started and go to the front of your chair or the center of your chair, wherever you feel most stable, wherever your feet can be flat onto the floor. And you can place your blocks near you for when we do our seated sun salutations. But let's go ahead and begin by sitting it up nice and tall. You can rock it a little side to side or rock it a little front to back. Just to begin to ground, to begin to center, to begin to close everything off and find your awareness here instead of out there. Maybe gripping the toes into the floor if you've got floor beneath you, or why is she fucking? You've got floor beneath you or the mat beneath you, whatever you've got beneath you, maybe gripping your toes, pressing your feet. Good, and then begin to sit that up, thinking about that tailbone pointed down towards the seat of the chair, and then stacking each vertebrae one on top of the other. And then the head lifting, crown of the head lifting towards the ceiling, and taking our shoulders and kind of opening that up, shoulders down and back. And let's begin with the head. So let's go ahead and begin to drop our chin down towards the chest. Keep our shoulders down and away. And if that means that you have your arms dangle off to the side, or if your shoulders are super tight or chest is super tight, feel free, because we've got this chair here, feel free to hold on to the back of the chair to manually open up your, like to not force open, but manually open up your shoulders if they're very tight. And I'm going to bring that head up and take our eyes to the sky. Good, let's drop that chin back down to chest. And lift those eyes to sky. And chin to chest. And eyes to sky. And chin to chest. And eyes to sky. Good, head to neutral, look to the right. So thinking about our chin going over towards our shoulder, but not bringing our shoulder to our chin. Think about moving that chin over to shoulder. And then bring that to center, same thing, other side. Looking to the left and thinking about chin going to shoulder, not shoulder to chin. And then bring that to center. Let's look right and left one more time each side. So looking to the right and then looking to the left. And bring that head back to center. Let's drop our right ear towards our right shoulder. Release that left arm, unless you have it back here still. And maybe releasing some tension inside of the neck. Bring that head center. Drop left ear to left shoulder and release that right arm. Good, and then bring that back to center. Drop that chin to chest. Still sitting it up tall. Take right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest, and left ear to left shoulder. Neck half circles here. So nice half circles for the neck. Just taking this from side to side. Sitting that up tall. And then go ahead and drop that chin down to chest. Lift that head center. Let's roll our shoulders back. Roll back. Nice big shoulder rolls. And then roll that forward. Good. Sit it up tall. Go ahead and take your left hand to that right shoulder. Let's lead with our thumb. So we've got our thumb up and our hand in a blade, and we're just going to take our shoulder and rotate it back and kind of lead with that thumb. taking that up and rotate that back, almost like you're doing the back stroke. Bring that up and bring that around and bring that up and bring that around. Good. Shake that out. Let's take it to the other side. Thumb up on the left side. And let's take this up and do that back stroke around. Bring that thumb up. Bring that up, back, and around. Just opening up that rotator. Bring that around. Thumb up. Bring it around. And one more time. Bring that up and around. Good. Roll those shoulders back and roll that forward. Good. Crunch the shoulders up to the ears and then release that down and shrug that up again. And then release that down. Shake those arms out. Let's do a few sun breaths here. So let's go ahead and inhale and sweep our arms up. And exhale and press the arms down. Inhale through the nose, sweep it up. And exhale through the mouth. And inhale, sweep it up. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. This time we're going to hold our arms up. So let's go ahead and inhale, sweep our arms up. And pressing our palms towards the ceiling, you can exhale it here as we lengthen up through those arms and lengthening through that torso. So reaching, lengthening, making space between the ribs and the rib cage, making space for your lungs to fill up with air. Let's inhale it here. And exhale, sigh it out. Inhale it here. And exhale, sigh out. Inhale it here. And exhale, sigh out. And one more time. Inhale it here. And exhale, sigh out. Good. We can clench those hands. Bring our hands down in front of us and give ourselves a big hug. So let's do right over left. Got our right arm over our left arm. Reach our fingers for our spine and give yourself a big hug. Still sitting up tall. Pull your abdominals in. So you're having to use your core here. And then let's go ahead and open this up and then left over right. And hug. And if you find that one arm doesn't go as far as the other, that's very normal. That's why we do yoga or the stretching is so that we can have the same mobility and flexibility on both sides of the body. Because everyday life is usually just using one side or sitting or, using your dominant side. So that's why yoga is good because we have to use both sides. Let's go ahead and open this up and then press this down. Roll those shoulders back and roll that forward. Good. Inhale and sweep our arms up. As we exhale, let's either clasp our hands behind us or reach for the back of the chair. So whatever your shoulders and chest are going to let you do. Or if you're very tight, you can always grab your strap and hold this here and use your strap behind you. So grab it using whatever you can to help open up that chest and to help open up those shoulder joints. So sitting it up tall. Let's go ahead and drop our chin down towards our chest. Lift our head to center. Look to the right. Look to the left. Head back to neutral. Bend at our elbows. Take our hands over to right waist and squeeze that elbow back. Not forgetting to breathe here. And then go ahead and switch sides. Take it over to left waist and squeeze that elbow back. And then release that, shake that out. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, drop right hand reach over the left. So right hand is either on your chair or grabbing underneath your chair or grabbing behind your chair. Again, put it wherever it feels most supportive for you and helps you get the best stretch. And then let's inhale and sweep this up. And then exhale to the other side. Let's reach over right. So now that left hand is either on the chair, under the chair, behind the chair. Just supporting you as we stretch through the side. And then release that. Good. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up. And exhale, clasp our hands behind us again, or reach for the back of the chair, or hold your strap. And let's open the chest again. Drop that chin down the chest. With that head center, look to the left and look to the right. Head to neutral, bend at our elbows, hands over to left waist, and let's squeeze that elbow back. Opening shoulder. And then switch to the right, elbow back. Good, and release that, shake that out. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Left hand is going to drop to our right thigh. Right hand, let's go ahead and reach for the side of your chair, like the back or the side of your chair. Little spinal twist here. So it's our first little spinal twist. Inhaling it. And exhaling it out. Bring it back to center. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Other side. Let's take this across to the outside of that thigh and reaching that left hand back and twist. Ooh, yeah. Inhale it and exhale it. Good. Bring this back to center. Now let's take our legs and twist to the left, right, to the right. So we've got our feet on the right. Let's lengthen up through our arms. So reach up through our fingertips, lengthening up through that spine. And then let's take our hands and grab the back of the chair. So the top and the back of the chair, or if you have a really high back chair, you grab the sides of the chair. But, oh yeah, using that leverage of holding onto the back of the chair to get as deep of a spinal twist as feels good for you. And breathe into that twist. Let's go ahead and inhale it here. And exhale it out. And again, inhale it here. And exhale it out. Arms back up. Reach. And then release that down. Let's take it to the other side. So let's go ahead and take it over to the left. Reach up through our arms, up through those fingertips. Let's take our hands and grab the top of the chair or the sides of the chair, depending on your chair back. And twist into that. Use that leverage and use that breath. That breath is going to help you get deeper into your twist, and it's going to help you release muscles, tightness. Breathe it here. Inhale. And exhale it out. And again, inhale it deep. And exhale it out. Good. Bring those arms back up. And then release that down. Very nice. Let's go into some seated sun salutations. So let's take ourselves to the front of our chair using our blocks here. We've got our feet nice and flat. Let's go ahead and inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. And as always, if you've got low back pain or hip flexor pain or anything, always feel free to have a pillow here for support or blankets, whatever you need. We've got ourselves in our nice forward fold, supported with those blocks or stacks of books or whatever you can use, or you don't have to at all. If you got the flexibility enough to let your hands be on the floor, arms dangle, or hands on those feet, you do what works for you. Let's go ahead and inhale, lengthen through the spine. Got a nice long spine here, tailbone is pointed down towards the seat of the chair, crown of the head is lengthened up towards the ceiling. Our arms are nice and long here as well. So we think about a nice lengthened back, lengthened spine, nice lengthened arms, and then release this back into forward fold. Good, let's inhale, lengthen up, and exhale, release it down. Inhale, lengthen up, and exhale, release it down. And inhale, lengthen up, and exhale, release it down. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Let's hold this here. You can exhale while we're lengthened. Let's press our right hand into block. Twist open with the left. Breathe into this wonderful seated spinal twist with that nice long arm. If you're finding that your mobility isn't taking you all the way up, that is okay. Go to where your body is going to let you go today, remembering that every day is different. But release this into forward fold. That's why this is a practice. That's why we do this constantly. Let's inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Hold this here. You can exhale while we're holding this here. Go ahead and take our left hand, press it into block. Twist that right arm open and breathe. And then release that, relax. Inhale, lengthen through spine. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and sweep our arms up again. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Sitting this up tall. So sit it up nice and tall. Let's inhale deeply here. As we exhale, let's go ahead and hinge this forward and do a spinal twist here, taking that tricep to that thigh. And this works well too if you're still using that pillow. It works really well like that as well. So remembering to use whatever you need whenever you need it. So we've got ourselves in our seated spinal twist. Breathing. And bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Sit this up tall again. Let's inhale deep. And exhale, hinge and twist to the right this time. Fold. And breathe. And bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Bringing hands to prayer. Exhale, hands to heart. Very nice. Go ahead and release that. Roll those shoulders back and roll that forward. Let's go ahead and take our arms up to our side. We've got our palms facing up. Make some fists. So we're able to see, if you're looking straight, you're able to see your biceps, your arms out of the side of your eyes, so out of your peripheral vision. So your arms aren't way back here and they're not way up here. They're kind of in a wide V. Let's go ahead and do a bicep curl here. So let's curl this in, but you're gonna roll those knuckles in towards your wrist so that you get a good wrist stretch here as well. And you can have your knuckles or your thumbs. I've got my thumbs on my shoulders. And let's go ahead and open this up and we'll do some seated cat and cow here. So we're opening this up into a nice cow. We've got that back arched, and then we're going to round it into a cat. So elbows are going to try and come together and you're going to try and round that spine. So let's inhale and open and exhale and round. Inhale and open and exhale and round. Inhale and open and exhale and round. And inhale and open and exhale and round. And then just let's open this up, just back to neutral. Open our arms up, open our palms up, and then press our palms down. Roll that out. Very good. All right, let's get our lower body involved. So if your core is tired, you could take a rest just for a second against the back of the chair. Otherwise, taking yourself still away from the back of the chair, using that core, we're going to lift our right leg and then lift our left leg, flex through our feet. So we've got our legs lifted. If this is difficult, you can do one leg at a time because we will be doing right and left. So yes, feel free to do a single leg right now. Let's lengthen up through our arms, meaning we'll be doing everything twice. So we're reaching up and we're doing our staff pose here, 3 breaths. Inhale it deep and exhale it out. Inhale it deep and exhale it out. And inhale it deep and exhale it out. Good, releasing our arms down. And you're going to either grab for the side of the chair, bottom of the chair, or hands to thighs. And if you are doing single leg, we're going to do hamstring curl leg extension. We're going to do it with both legs, or again, if you're doing single leg, we're just doing that right leg. So we've got our legs extended. Let's go ahead and do hamstring curls, curl this in, and feet are super duper flex. That helps you not to like scoot against the floor. Bring that in and extend that out. That means with those, by keeping those feet flexed, you are engaging the hamstrings and you're engaging the quadriceps. So you're working those muscles the entire time because you're having to keep those feet flexed and lengthen this. Bring this in and lengthen. Last 2 and lengthen. And last 1 and extend. Good. So you've got both of our legs. You can release that left leg. And let's go ahead and reach under our right leg and pull that in. And now you can sit back against the back of your chair and give yourself a nice big hug. So hugging that leg in. Let's go ahead and wrap our left arm around and twist. Now, if this is too much for you, you can always scoot yourself forward and hug forward right here like that. So twisting that. And then go ahead and twist it towards the other side, towards the left. And bring this to center. Let's go ahead and take our right ankle to our left thigh and sitting this up. So we're sitting up against the back of the chair. And let's begin to hinge ourselves forward. So finding that hinge, that place of your hinge right before, once your shoulders start to round, and take yourself back to where they weren't rounded. That's your point for the day, the point that we're going to when we do our breath. So let's go ahead and sit this up nice and tall against the back of the chair. Inhale. As we exhale, we're going to take it to that point right before our shoulders start to round. And sit this up tall. Inhale. And exhale, hinge it forward. And sit it up tall. Inhale. And exhale, hinge it forward. And up tall. Inhale. And exhale, hinge it forward. Very good. Bring yourself up tall. Let's take it into half shoelace. So let's take that right heel to that left side of the chair, corner of the chair, and let's go ahead and wrap that around. And then twist it to the other side. And don't forget to breathe. I was holding my breath and I was like, I'm not breathing. So keep breathing, especially in these tight twists, especially when you're in an uncomfortable pose. That's when you should breathe the most. That's when your body wants to hold its breath. But think about that. Yeah, breathing the most when you're in the most uncomfortable. Good. And then go ahead and release that. And let's go ahead and release that leg. Shake that out. We're going to take ourselves back up into staff pose or that single leg staff pose. If that's what if you did your right leg, now we're going to do the left leg. Otherwise, we're going to do both legs. So go ahead and lengthen this back up. Flex through our feet. Reach up through our arms. We got 3 breaths here. Inhale deep. And exhale it out. And again, inhale deep. And exhale it out. And inhale deep. And exhale it out. And release that down. You can either grab the bottom of your chair or have hands on thighs. And let's do our hamstring curls and leg extensions for 8. So there's 8. Bring this in. There's 7. And curl that in. There's 6. And curl it in. Extend for 5. And curl that in. Here's 4. Curl that in. Here's 3. Curling that in. Here's 2. And curl that in. And extend. Good. Release that leg. And then go ahead and reach under and let's pull this other leg in. So give that a nice big hug. Reach that arm around and let's twist it to the left and breathe. And then twist it towards the inside. And bring this to center. Let's take that ankle, place it onto the thigh, sitting up against the back of the chair, and finding that hinge. So finding that spot right before your shoulders start to round. Good, let's add in that breath. So let's sit this up tall. Inhale. And let's exhale, hinge this forward. Inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. And inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. And one more time, inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. Very good. Cool. And bring this back to center. Let's take it to half shoelace. So take our left heel to that right corner of the chair. Wrap this and twist it and breathe. And twist that towards the inside. And bring that back to center. Good, go ahead and cross that and shape that out. Very good. All right. So let's go ahead and move ourselves over to our left side. We're going to bring our right leg to the side of the chair, and we're going to bring our left leg behind us. Oh, forward, not backwards. There we go. We want our front foot nice and flat. So we're taking ourselves into a supported crescent. So almost like we're going into our warrior one. We've got that front knee bent. We've got our knee kind of right over our toe. And then we've got our back leg extended and that heel lifted. So we're in a crescent. So a nice supported crescent right here. Let's reach up through this. Very good. Go ahead and take our right hand, place it on the chair. Ooh, and reach over. That is a good one. And breathe. Go ahead and take our left hand right to our waist and kind of twist yourself a little bit. That's a good one too. Very good. And then bring it back to center. Very nice. Let's give our right leg the whole chair. Take our left leg off to the side. Lengthen up through our arms. Let's go ahead and drop that left hand to the left thigh and let's reach over. And breathe. Windmill this arm around, so right arm windmills down, and then let's reach again. This time making an even longer line from our pointer finger all the way down to the furthest edge of your foot. Such a good long stretch here. Lengthening, good lengthening stretch here. And then from here, let's go ahead and go into our pigeon. So we're going to square our hips forward. So we've got nice squared hips. We've got that back leg, just like we did with our crescent, same thing. Back leg is engaged, toes pressed into the floor, heel is lifted. And let's reach up through our arms. If you want a little bit of a back bend here, you can lean it back if that's available to you. And then let's go ahead and hinge this forward. So hinging forward, it can be on your hands, we can be on our elbows, or we can be hinged all the way forward and down and breathing. And let's press ourselves up. That's such a good stretch on that hip. Bring ourselves up, bring ourselves forward, and let's take that right leg off to the side and find our warrior legs. So we'll do some warriors here. We'll find our nice warrior two legs, our proud warrior legs. Relaxing that face, that jaw, strong legs. Let's drop our back arm, take our palm up, and reverse warrior or peaceful warrior. Reach and breathe. From this reverse warrior, let's take our right arm to our right thigh and take ourselves over to a side angle pose. Breathe it here. Let's bring ourselves back up. Proud warrior, warrior two. And then release this. Very nice. Let's bring ourselves center and then take ourselves over to the other side. So let's bring our left leg to that chair, bring our right leg behind us, and let's find our crescent right here. Let's lengthen up through this. Ooh, back heel is lifted, front knee is bent. That wonderful pose, crescent pose right here. Go ahead and drop that left hand. Let's reach it over. And then release that. Good. Let's go ahead and bring this leg up onto the chair. And then take that right leg off to the side. Let's go ahead, lengthen up through here, drop our right hand and reach this over. And then windmill that down. And nice long line, lengthening from the fingers down to the blade of the foot. And then from here, let's go ahead and turn this. So we square those hips forward. We've got ourselves in our nice pigeon. Back heel is lifted. Back leg is active. So that means that we are aware of it. We're not just letting it like fall asleep. Lengthening through that. Reaching, getting a slight back bend here. If that feels good for you. And then let's go ahead and take this forward. So either on the hands, on the elbows, or all holding forward. Oh, this is tight and breathe. Breathe it. And let's go ahead and press ourselves up. Let's take that leg off to the side and find our warrior legs on the side. So we've got our nice strong warrior 2. Relax that face. Drop that back arm, take our palm up, peaceful warrior. And then go and take this down, side angle, pose, and reach and go. And then release that. Very good. Let's bring ourselves forward. Got our hip opener here. Let's take our blocks to the inside of our feet. Let's keep our right hand in that block and let's twist open. Oh, right there, breathe it. And then release and switch. Take that right arm up. Left hand is on block. And then release. Good. Let's go and bring those legs together. We've got our blocks in front of us. We're going to go into a standing forward fold. So we're going to stand. Let's go ahead and press our feet into the floor, heels, toes, and let's lift our glutes up off of our chair. So let's go into that standing forward fold. Oh yeah, let those hamstrings just stretch right there. Lengthen the back of the legs. Very good. Just waking those legs up. You can like scrunch the toes, press through the heels, just that nice forward fold. Let's inhale, flatten through our spine, look forward into a tabletop. So right here, and then exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, lengthen into that nice flat back. Exhale and release. Good, let's roll this up one vertebrae at a time. And then roll our shoulders down and back. Very good. Let's turn that chair around. And we're going to do a modified downward facing dog. So we're going to get that same effect, the same stretch that we would in a downward dog. I'll show you. So this is our downward facing dog. And you see how we're getting that nice stretch in our shoulders and our neck. We're going to do the same effect here with the chair. So we've got our hands on the back of the chair. Let's lengthen through our spine. We've got a nice tabletop here. And then let's let that torso and our head get very heavy and hang below those shoulders. Oh, yeah. That gets that wonderful same shoulder opening, chest stretch, back opening, and then the hamstrings too. So you can feel this. So if you want to let that head dangle even further by taking that chin towards the chest, feel free to do that too. Just a wonderful, wonderful stretch, a wonderful way to do a downward facing dog in an even deeper way, especially if you find that when you're doing a regular down dog, you're not able to stretch as much. This is a great way to do it. And then maybe when you do your regular one, you might be able to go a little further. Very good. And let's go ahead and roll this up. Bring ourselves forward. Let's go into dancer. So we'll do a little bit of a balance. Let's press our left foot into the floor, reach our right hand for our right foot. This is your first part of the pose, and you can hold this here the whole time if you want. You can begin to, if you want to go further, you can begin to hinge this forward and then kick that foot back to lengthen through the arm and to lengthen through the quadricep, the front thigh. Breathing this here. And then let's go ahead and begin to hinge this back up tall. And then simply release that down. Let's take it to the other side. So let's press our right foot into the floor. Left hand is going to reach for that left foot. And this can be your dancer for today. Or if you'd like to go further, feel free to begin to hinge this forward. And if you'd like to go even further than that, feel free to kick that foot back and lengthen through the arm. Breathing here. And then let's go ahead and begin to hinge this up. So nice and tall. And then release that down. Let's turn this around. And we'll take ourselves down onto our backs. Grab your grab a block and then grab whatever you need for your final relaxation. So if you've got an eye pillow, if you use an eye pillow, regular pillow, whatever you need. So let's take ourselves down onto our backs with one block. Let's do a little bit of an inversion. So let's do our modified shoulder stand. Let's take our legs up onto chair. And this right here might be enough inversion for you today, and that is perfect. If you want to go further and do a supported modified shoulder stand, let's take that block or take your stiff pillows, place underneath your sacrum, and then let's go ahead and lift those legs in the air. And get even more of an inversion here. Those legs above the heart, just improving that circulation, mindset, blood flow. Breathe. And you can have your arms however you want them. You can have them off to the side with palms up. You can even do dead bug arms, which I kind of like doing every once in a while. Like imagining that they're dead weight, but they're above you. That can be kind of fun. And breathing, continuing to breathe. Let's go ahead and release one leg, release the other leg, and then you can release that block out from underneath your sacrum and relax that. Good. You push that chair away to the side. We've still got our knees bent. Let's go ahead and take our right ankle to our left thigh. This is just like what we did when we sat in the chair and had our ankle on our thigh. Same thing here. And then let's go ahead and press that inner thigh away. So press that right inner thigh away with that right hand. Oh, opening up that hip. Breathe it here. And then you can release that hand, but keep that ankle on that thigh. Drop the right leg off to the side. So you're you're dropping both your legs over to the right side. Oh, yeah. And then let's bring this back to center. Release that leg. Let's take our left ankle to our right thigh. Press away that inner thigh. And then drop that over to the left. Oh, yeah. And then bring that back to center. And let's release that. And let's move into a few moments of relaxation. So let's lengthen our legs towards one end of the room. And you can put that eye pillow over your eyes if you've got one, or a regular pillow or blanket, whatever you like to use. And reaching your arms towards the other end of the room. And lengthening through that entire body. Oh, stretching that whole body out after all of the other stretching and strengthening that you've just done. Adding 2 inches to your height today. Let's inhale it deeply here. With an exhale, allow ourselves to sink, to settle for a few moments, quieting everything. Well, relaxing, let's go ahead and bend our knees. Tuck that tailbone under, low back pressed into the floor. And then let's drop our knees over to your most comfortable side. So take yourself up to your side for a breath or two here. And then very slowly, let's go ahead and begin to press ourselves up. And bring ourselves up to a seated pose. Feels comfortable and supportive for you. And strong. Sitting that up tall, lengthening up through your spine. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up. Bring our palms together and let's exhale, eyes follow our fingers, take our chin to chest. Lifting that head center, take fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Taking our fingers to our lips. As we leave today, let us speak words of love. And taking our hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given a spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Big, deep inhale. And cleansing exhale. And one more time, big, deep inhale. And big cleansing exhale. And have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.